Ma'am, your last name is Sis. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's correct.
All right.
Yes.
Well, Burchett, nobody gets that right either. I was on some show this weekend. I said it's birch like the tree and et like I just ate breakfast, and they all laughed. And my wife got on me and said, "No, it's not Burchett. It's Birch. It's Burchett. It's Burchett." You know, I mean, they can't ever get it right. So anyway, thank you. Since 2024, how has the Defense Counterintelligence and Security Agency, the DCSA, progressed in addressing the NBIS high-risk areas like cybersecurity, and what issues remain?
So since 2024, DCSA has made significant progress addressing cybersecurity issues with NBIS. We had issued a report in 2024 really focused on the management and lack of management attention on cybersecurity. We made 13 recommendations at that time. The DCSA leadership took swift action and implemented all of those recommendations.
Did you say they implemented all of those?
They implemented all 13 recommendations from our 2024 report on cybersecurity, yes.
Which of those are you most concerned about that moving forward?
Right. So we were very concerned that there was just a lack of management oversight of cybersecurity in general. They were using outdated guidance. There were issues with privacy controls. There were folks that didn't have the necessary training to use the system. So those were some issues that we pointed out. And they did take immediate action, addressed all of those recommendations in a very, very fast time frame for addressing GAO recommendations. As I mentioned earlier, we do have a non-public report that we did produce in December on cybersecurity looking at testing of cybersecurity controls. So it is a topic that we stay on. We know DCSA is taking seriously, but the entire reason that the department has responsibility for the IT system was because of the cybersecurity breach in 2015 of OPM systems. So it's critically important that they get that right.
OPM means?
Right, the Office of Personnel Management, who had previous responsibility.
My office, we don't use initials because I'm 61 and it kind of fills up my brain.
Right, the Office of Personnel Management had previously had responsibility for personnel vetting, but that moved after that cybersecurity breach.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
Sure.
When I get back to the office, I'm going to ask some of my young people exactly what you just told me, so thank you. Sir, let me ask you a question, and your name is Overbaugh. I believe I can get that one right. Thank you, brother. Since you were appointed, what steps have you taken to address the cultural issues identified? I think you made them in your opening statement.
Representative Burchett, thank you for the opportunity to chat with you today. There have been a couple things that we've done from a cultural perspective. The first thing was we looked at leadership across the organization and we identified where we had individuals who were stymieing progress because they were too comfortable with the status quo, and we made some changes in that regard. Second thing that we've done is myself and Ms. Jones have traveled to a number of the different locations where our DCSA colleagues and teammates reside. We have over 163 different locations across the United States, and we've begun to hear from folks who work on the front line across our agency about the types of things that we can do at a leadership level to change the culture. Ultimately, the steps that we're taking are designed towards transforming it from a reactive to a proactive organization, from a risk-based, or correction, from a fear-based culture to one that looks for opportunities to continue to shore up security for the American people.
This is not in my notes, but it jogged a memory of encrypted messages. You know, and always, oh, they can't get into this, it's encrypted, and then there's some kid in a garage in Southern California who's figured out how to do it in about 15 minutes. Is there anything truly encrypted, in your opinion?
Representative Burchett, we could go into greater detail on that particular topic, but not necessarily in this forum, and I would want to bring back to you from my role in INS correction, a more fulsome picture on that, perhaps in a closed setting in the future.
Can I ask one more question, Mr. Chairman? I'll run over just a minute. Thank you, brother. What do you think, what is your all's plan on getting everything on track for the next 3 years? Do you have a plan? I mean, I don't want you to disclose any secrets, and do you feel like you can obtain those objectives?
Yes, I do believe that we can attain the objectives, and the plan relies on a couple parts. First, going back to what our GAO colleagues have talked with us about, we will and we must get our hands around a detailed schedule that enables the agency itself to hold itself accountable and for our oversight partners to hold us accountable. That is a non-negotiable. We will achieve that in the coming months, and I very much look forward to coming back either as acting director or in my role, in my oversight role in INS, to report to you and your colleagues about the progress that we've made there. In addition, though, we do have to change the culture of the organization, like I talked about earlier. We have to be adaptable. We have to be flexible, and we have to take on an attitude that our primary responsibility is to provide decision makers with risk-informed information so that they can make assessments about the trustworthiness of their workforce.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you again for letting me go over. I wish more committees would allow us to do this because, and I appreciate the relationship that you have with the ranking member because I think more committees could probably fashion a little bit more of their attitude towards us lower level members if they'd follow your two leads. So thank you all.
I thank the